All right, we're doing this again, and this time, I'm slowly losing my voice. But that's okay, because we have got a full 30-some minutes of a brand new episode of the Amazing Digital Circus to watch. If the trailer was any indication, I'm expecting some really cool things. And some reveals, maybe? Fingers crossed, we'll see. Enough yapping, we'll do that plenty during this. Let's jump in, shall we? Amazing Digital Circus, Episode 8. I feel like that is either a, keyboard roll, or a face-to-keyboard kind of thing, or cat on keyboard kind of thing, or someone's password. I don't know, but let's do this. Oh no, right away! Warning, this episode contains some sequences with flashing lights, rapid visual. You know it's gonna be one of them episodes, and they have to warn you about visuals beforehand. Okay, viewer discretion is advised. Okay, really quickly. I know it's probably an insane place to stop, but if we go back, I was trying to figure out what this is supposed to be. I was like, is this an entity? Is this, what is this? And when you think of it this way as how do I even put this? An entity where information is being input. So for example, we have this sort of conceptual idea of maybe Kane, right? You can even think of it as your brain, right? This thing that exists in a space, in this case, kind of a grid space, and it's slowly being input with information and accepting that information and registering it. So it gets hit with a bunch of red circles, right? Which could either be people, right? If you consider the red circle, the initial red circle, a person, this is a stretch, but a person, and then all these other people interact with it, it then takes in all that external information and registers it and processes it. And what we're processing here are these images that pop up, which is a birthday party, just a merry-go-round, then what appears to be a very creepy pumpkin patch experience. What is going on in the top right corner? Ignoring the creepy goats and dragon and unicorn or whatever that is, and the people in the background, that top corner has some I don't know, some weird stuff going on there. Then the next image is basically soaring over California. Shout out to the best ride at Disney. And then we have one of those party jumping balloon floaty, party things. And then the top of a circus. Perhaps this is external inspiration for what will become the Amazing Digital Circus. We have this entity putting out information. So taking in stuff and then putting it out, taking in green information, whatever the green is, and then getting hit with some more images, right? And this time we see gummy worms. So I think, in my mind, gummy goo and stuff like that. Then we have dinosaurs, inflatable dinosaurs, on inflatable rafts in a pool. Okay. Then we have a burger. Again, fast food worker, right? There was a whole episode about fast food. I'm sure all these relate to an episode. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take the time to go back and relate them, but you can. We have the masks. Fascinating. This is really cool. I love this. We have what appears to be an Italian restaurant, or maybe French, because it says frites. But the tablecloth is very Italian coded, at least to an American. Then we have a clown, and this is either a birth or a death. You know what I mean? It's really hard to tell because of the little clothes. It is something child related. I just don't know. And then we're hit with this gator in pink water, and then immediately back to the circle, this entity. And then more stuff being put out. In geometric shapes. And then blue information being added. And you can see now that the red, green, blue is sort of mixing with this red circle. More information being inputted. And now, oh boy, okay, hold on. Right, okay, these are images from the trailer. For sure. Basically, I was trying to figure out how old this office was. Because it looks clean, but also unused in a long time. Now blue. What? Okay. What I'm looking at right now, I am already excited for. But is the implication of that opening that there are more than one AI? And that the red AI, if that's the case, that the red AI was trapped, locked away, broke free, and then ate the new AI? I don't know if that's what that means, but something happened. And now I'm curious what that means for us. Could it be that Kane, as an entity, was originally something else and then corrupted by a different program? We will keep watching. I imagine this is going to be, I think this has to be a flashback, right? Unless we're doing something real weird.
Another chess piece, huh? How are you holding up?
I just don't know what's happening. We never made anything like this.
I just hope that...
Wait.
Are you?
It's... you.
Oh my God.
I wish I could remember your name.
Same.
I'm so sorry I roped you into this with me.
It's quite strange, isn't it?
Listen, no matter what happens, I'll always...
And into the cellar you go! Golly, we're running out of humans here. Now don't you go abstracting on me too! Seriously.
Wow. What a fantastic edit. Kinger first gets in. No one really knows who they are. So no matter what, when you enter this world, this digital world, much like Pomni in episode 1, you forget all of your life. But he recognized Queenie. He recognized his wife. And then we were hit with she abstracts and he does, I guess is what we're supposed to get out of it. Except for in the dark or when Kane isn't watching. I'm still not sure exactly how that works. I'm pretty sure it's one of the two. Wow, that was a great start. So there was a time where he was just alone? I honestly thought all this checkerboard, oh my God.
What? Hello?
Okay, this is interesting, but really quickly, the checkerboard stuff I thought was going to be later in the episode. I thought it was going to be like Kane and Kinger have a heart-to-heart on the checkerboard, and it was going to be like some symbolism stuff. That's not what's happening. There's still definitely some symbolism, but also Ragatha shows up, or at least discovers CNA in 2008? 2004? I can't remember which. But 2000 something, which means Kinger and all the other characters that were there were before that. How long before that? I do not know.
Guys?
Well, maybe I should. I don't remember.
I can't figure out how to... guys? Hello? Can you help me out here? What's happening? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you. Are you okay?
Who are you? How do I take this off?
Whoa, a new one? So it is possible. Looks like you got a new buddy after all, Kinger.
Kinger. Right.
Is this really...
I was hoping new minds could show up. I have to make some more preparations for this amazing breakthrough.
How do I get out of this?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
But everything's gonna be okay.
That is interesting because that means Ragatha went with other people. So when Ragatha was there exploring the CNA facilities, there were other people present. So wouldn't they have at least attempted to remove a helmet? That's interesting. I got theories swirling now. We'll wait and see what this episode is truly going to give us, and then we'll circle back and talk about it.
Ragatha?
Huh?
You doing okay?
That's a good question.
Well, really hate to say it, guys, but I told
Don't you even! Do not even f***ing begin to say that sentence like you didn't try to keep us all trapped here forever.
Anything could have happened when you press those buttons. It doesn't matter.
It seemed to matter back when you did it. What if you did ruin our one chance at
And
leaving?
what if Abel was secretly evil? What if we all got stranded in the void? What if it wasn't real? So it doesn't matter. Never did.
How can you say that like you didn't try to f*** us all over?
It doesn't matter what could have happened. We could argue about it and hurt each other all day long, but that's not gonna help anybody. I think what we need to do now is to just be there for each other.
She's right. I think we need to abandon the idea of leaving.
What do you...
We got our hopes up, and we were let down. I don't know what exactly happened with Kaufmo, but we can't let that despair consume us. We should focus on what we have. Like you said, constantly chasing an unattainable goal will drive us crazy. Maybe what we have to do now is to just live.
You ever had the feeling that there's a moment where the characters are very clearly spelling out the exact opposite of what's going to happen in an episode? And you think like, well, you know what? They're coming to terms with their situation, and, you know, everything might not be fine, but at least they're accepting. Oh, nope, it's all hell's breaking loose. Oh, boy. That's what's about to happen here. 100%.
I had dreams and goals. I wanted to be able to leave my mark somewhere in the world. How am I supposed to just abandon that?
You've made a mark in my life.
Oh, that's very
I know,
sweet.
You're probably right, but it just really sucks.
Yo.
We need a vacation.
I don't understand, Bubble. They want an exit, they want answers, they want something real. I give them an adventure that covers all of that, and they still hate it?
Maybe I'm very late to this party, but is it a theory that Kane is the original and Bubble was the blue? Or Bubble was the original and Kane was the blue? Because these are the only two robos in this, you know what I mean? Like, has that been a theory?
Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right?
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
I do everything for these people. I slave over these adventures for them. I step outside my comfort zone to appeal to them, and they still hate them. I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those too. I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created. This is my function.
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That can't be true. I do everything for them. Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up! No, I fixed that. I can solve any problem. I can solve this one. That's what this is. A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
Shut up!
Enough! Maybe you deserved to be abandoned. You really were the lesser of the two. You ruined this.
Enough!
Well, I'm definitely on to something. Something's going on. I can't tell, though, if Bubble is like an outside entity or a part of Kane. Although, based on that intro, maybe they are the same thing. It also could be not a good or bad situation, but just two AI fighting for control. Like maybe there isn't an evil one, but it's just like the system can't control itself when... Boy, I don't know.
Who do they think they are? I give them everything, and they spit in my face! Don't they know what I'm capable of? Humans! They only think about themselves. They're spoiled! They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them! I'm better! I'm more powerful! I'm the original! I am God!
Oh, all right. Okay. My man went full... I have no mouth. I must scream. Yep. Oh, here's the
Let's
end of
get this show on the road!
The end of the trailer. Gotcha. Gotcha. But do you think that's why there's the blue and red symbolism everywhere? Because the blue and red AIs? Or, man, I'm just making assumptions. But do you think that's... Obviously that's the case, but I love it that we're finally getting all these threads pooled. And it's interesting that my trailer assumption was that Kane was different from other evil AI in media and that he just wants to be loved so badly, but he, isn't a bad guy. He's just so caught up in his own, inability to understand humans that he comes off as bad. But now he's just full on F them kids. Humans suck. It's weird that AI always gets there.
What was that?
Hello, my little fortuitous fruitcakes! Today's adventure is...
Kane, we're not in the mood. Why don't you answer some of our questions? We have a lot of them.
Who has time for questions when there's a whole wacky world of hijinks out there?
Yeah, hey, you have a lot of explaining to...
Hey!
Alternatively, I don't got to explain diddly squat.
Can you just give us some time to process everything?
Or how about we skip the melodrama and get right to the fun?
No, Kane. We have a lot on our minds right now, and we're not going on an adventure.
And since when were you in charge? Do you have any idea how much I do for you guys? How much I obsess over trying to make things perfect? How many insults I have to ignore to do my job? You have a lot on your minds? Don't make me laugh. I have a new adventure for you, and you should consider participating.
And if we refuse?
Maybe I'm not getting through to you. It's news to me that it's news to you. To which degree, who answers to who? We could go on and on, but in the end, who are we kidding? My divinity is past infinity. Am I getting through? Seems our regime has plummeted south. Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. Why bite the hand that feeds when it's the only hand you're getting? It's time you see that this great marquee is the only place you're ever gonna be. So strap on in and take it on the chin, and don't forget who's running the show. Congratulations, all of my friends. Public relations are getting a cleanse. Put on your Sunday best because I know we're close to quitting. So play the games and just ignore the pains, cause all that remains is how you prime your brain. You whine to me, but you're too blind to see that I'm the one who's running the show.
Ha-cha-cha. It's so funny to me that the stuff from the trailer that I thought was going to be like, they're escaping, they're doing all this stuff, was a song. Perfect. Love it. No notes.
I think we all understand each other now. Welcome back! I can't believe you didn't pick up on the context clues. It was practically spelled out for you. What are you, stupid? Next one's gonna be even crazier. Hope you're ready. By the way, Kinger, I need you for something. Come with me.
Huh?
I don't know how many more of these new adventures I can handle. What? Got nothing positive to say about this one?
Oh,
I can't take this anymore. We gotta do something about this or I'm gonna lose my mind!
I never should have antagonized him so much. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Break time! Gotta brainstorm some new ideas.
What? They had a little cool coffee place the entire time? Cafe Cirque?
I haven't been up here in a while.
we should just indulge a little while we have the time to. I don't know what Kane has planned next.
Interesting. Everyone online was talking about how this scene was important and how I missed a bunch of stuff in the trailer when I was watching this. And aside from what appears to be the Eiffel Tower in the cup, I don't necessarily see what I missed, but also you may in fact be right based on the line he says here that perhaps in the past he came up here with his friends.
I don't know what Kane has planned next, but I'm guessing it's not anything good.
He's gotta get bored of all this sometime, right?
He's not a human. I'm not sure if we can properly gauge how he thinks.
Oh, God. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You know, things were just fine here until you and Zubul came along.
Oh, is she gonna
What are
put
you-
the bucket on? Yeah. Okay.
Just give it a sec.
What exactly are we waiting for?
No, she's right. Just give it a bit.
I think it is so cute if you go back. Ragatha and Pomni were just waiting patiently for Kinger. I think that's like a really cute detail. Is they know and they're like, come on, bud, you can do it. It's very cute.
I've got a bucket on my head. I'm guessing you don't want me to remove it.
Kinger.
Hey, Pomni.
Wait, the bucket makes him sane?
Darkness. It's a long story.
What's happening?
What do you know about Kane?
It's a little hazy, but I remember C&A.
That was just an adventure, right?
No, C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
Wait, they really made this game?
No, we didn't make games. We were just developing artificial intelligence. Specifically creative AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Kane was our first semi-successful attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but he was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Kane?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Wait,
Kane was pretty rough around the edges, though. I wasn't quite on Scratch's level of
No, we just gotta keep going. We just gotta keep going.
thinking outside the box, but it was good groundwork for something the rest of the team could wrap their heads around. I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or the tumor in his head. He was trying to make something. What was it? I'm getting off track. Was there anything specific you needed to know?
What do we know of Scratch? So, in episode 7, Kinger says that Scratch was the first abstracted person, right? I don't know if this is true, but I'm gonna make a wild assumption going back to the beginning of this episode. That dog character, I assume, is Scratch? And he's talking with Kane? Arguing with Kane? Something with Kane is happening right here. He doesn't look happy, almost concerned, but no one looks really happy in this shot. But he definitely has like a I'm speaking on behalf of the others vibe. And now they got me thinking, if Scratch was a genius and helped create this world, and he had the tumor in his head, could it be one of those like, in order to save my life, I'm going to live a digital existence kind of things?
It's a little hazy, but I remember C&A.
That was just an adventure, right?
No, C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
Wait, they really made this game?
No, we didn't make games. We were just developing artificial intelligence. Specifically creative AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Kane was our first semi-successful attempt at that.
And that makes me think back to the original Red Dot and that potentially being their very first attempt at the thing, which then would make sense that then they were like, you know what, we didn't really nail it, let's make a new thing. But Kane desperately wanted to live, I guess, and then a lot of questions still. I'm making assumptions.
You made Kane?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Wait,
Kane was pretty rough around the edges, though. I wasn't quite on Scratch's level of thinking outside the box, but it was good groundwork for something the rest of the team could wrap their heads around. I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or the tumor in his head. He was trying to make something.
It's so interesting, the symbolism of that muffin with the red and blue sprinkles. It's cut in half, so we can either say it's an incomplete thing, or it's one whole that's been divided, or we can say it's two parts of a whole, which is all kind of what we're seeing across this episode. The question is, which is it?
wait. I should go distract Kane so he doesn't listen in on this. Just fill me in afterwards.
Are you... yeah, that's true, but...
Fill me in later.
Be here later.
I will. Oh my god. This is real.
Kane's going a bit crazy right now. Is there any way to stop him, or at least control him?
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything. but so do we. In a sense, anyway. We all technically have the ability to conjure, just like Kane. It just comes naturally to him, but requires a lot more skill and concentration for us.
Butterfly.
I'm certain I could alter his code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him. I would just need access to a console.
The one behind Kane's office?
No, just a simple computer interface would work. I could get back into the right headspace and essentially conjure Kane's code into the console and alter it.
Well, where do we get one of those?
I think I know exactly where to get one.
So is that Pomni summoning an exit? So every time that happened, that was Pomni doing that?
Do you need help with power or anything?
Nah, I can use my imagination for that.
You got this?
I think so.
Turn that hat backwards. Bucket backwards.
Sure has been a while. I may need some time to get my bearings. Try to help the others distract Kane while I figure this out. He may sense something when I really get into it.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, by the way. For this and, well, everything.
What kind of operating system was that? That was like Windows 95.
Did you get everything working with Kinger?
I think so. We just need to make sure Kane doesn't check up on him.
What do you think we've been doing?
Pomni! That's the relatability we've been missing! You know, I thought this endless onslaught of fun would be a little more satisfying.
Interesting that he says Pomni is the relatability, because Pomni is sort of our character. It's who we're supposed to empathize with as joining this. We join when she joins and we see the world through her experience in it. It's kind of fun.
But I've come to realize that these rapid pace ideas are a little half-baked.
I'm sure you can come up with new ideas if you put your mind to it.
That's exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to it, and I'm just not feeling that spark I once did. And if you're not having fun, and I'm not having fun, then who is having fun?
I'm having a baby.
Exactly. Makes me wonder why you guys even switched up your tone. If I didn't know any better, it seems like you're trying to... Where's Kinger?
We just wanted to see your new ideas firsthand. We've gotten over our hang-ups, and now we're all just genuinely curious what you're cooking up.
I think I'm just gonna check up on...
We think your ideas suck!
Huh?
Huh?
Hell
Isn't
yeah.
it obvious? We wanted to bait you into testing your new ideas on us so we can make fun of them behind your back.
Ha! That's not true.
Yes, it is! You're a horrible host! You don't care about us at all! You care more about stroking your own ego than giving us anything we'd actually enjoy!
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're a failure! We're all gonna abstract someday, and what will you have then? Nothing.
Stop that.
And this whole stunt? Just torturing us because we hurt your feelings? Pathetic! You're like a child. What kind of all-powerful being has such a fragile ego?
I love this because it goes back to the idea that I was saying before, where Kane as a character, even though now he's full on like psychotic AI, at his core, I think the thing we talked about during the trailer discussion was that, yeah, he just wants to be loved. Fulfill his purpose, maybe? But there's like a deeper layer here, and I like that. I like that he's just not a monster.
You never let us feel like
He's an
we're at home.
insecure
You
AI.
comfort anyone when they're upset, and you never bother to understand what it's like in our shoes.
You discourage us from thinking outside the box and doing things our own way.
You lie to us constantly!
And on top of it all, you just don't listen!
I'm gonna put you freaks in your place!
Oh. No. A2 gummy goo. Nope, don't like that. Hold on. All right, we're gonna let this play. Sorry. We'll let this play. We'll go back. Right, they're all being tortured by their own fears and personality flaws and wow. Previous adventures, that kind of thing.
Why do you people torment me? It didn't have to be created. I just wanted to fulfill my purpose.
Wait, no, shh.
Wait.
I think I accidentally killed Kane.
Holy shit.
I was gonna say, cue the music. Wow, that was a great episode. These are all great episodes, by the way, every single one. This show continues to impress me, but that was fantastic. This did feel a little penultimate. This felt like a penultimate episode. Like, yeah, where do we go from here? Holy crap. Okay, I need to go back. I need to go back to him messing with the computer. First off, this 100% just looks like Windows 95. We are in the C drive for C and A, because I don't think you can make a file name that has the, what is that, ampersand? So it's C and A, not Canada, cookies, cursors, favorites, help, media, but he clicks on characters. So he clicks characters, and in characters is AI, and then CA neural scans. Obsolete. That's fascinating. It almost makes me wonder, this is out there, by the way, but I'm just gonna say this because I'm thinking back to Ragatha coming in. All of these characters that we're seeing are brain scans, but not the real people. Like Ragatha being in a room with other people, surely they would pull it off of her or find a way to do it or tell people about it, right? So what if it comes on, the headset comes on, it scans you, it inputs you in this game, but then you take the headset, it didn't affect you any, you take it off and you're like, that was weird, and you go about your life. But there is a version of you now in this game. And maybe the abstraction, what is the abstracting then? That's the last great mystery, really. Well, there's many mysteries, we still don't have definitive answers on many things, but that's the last, like, huge unanswerable thing. Wow, okay. So anyway, he then clicks on AI, and that opens to a question mark file and Kane. Question mark file. Is that a, oh, what is that? Not a defragmented, I wish I remembered all the computer stuff I've learned in my life. There's something else there. There's two AI, potentially. But I feel like we got that information at the beginning. He clicks Kane, and now we're into King's solution. I assume Kinger, right? Digital Circus mainframe, 1996. So 96 is the, login, Kinger, password, Queenie. Oh, that's very sweet. Queenie123 is not a safe password though, my man. I know this is probably just computer code stuff, but Kinger code Circus, who am I? Goes back to the whole I am thing from I have no mouth and I'm a scream. And then Kinger administrator, right? Watching Jax get his face ripped off in one frame at a time is awful. 3 root wheel, October 15th, 1996. 2008, Ragatha data. Okay, Ragatha data, yes. In October 15th, 1996, we have Bubble, Chef, and Wacky Watch. Warning. Whoops, wrong approach there. Right, so he says, stop Kane process. Right, okay, so he's actively trying to stop Kane's processes. And it's like, can't do that, dude. Operation not permitted. Either the computer program is fighting back or Kane is fighting back. This is wild, dude. This is so weird. He's trying to debug whatever is wrong with the system or Kane. And I think at the end, as we see the culmination of all this is that he accidentally deletes Kane, right? Because you can see it's like, get rid of Kane. And he's like, oh no, I don't want that. And he admits like he accidentally, so he's trying not to kill Kane, but that's just how we end up there. This is so cool. Well done, team. Multiple exploit attempts logged. Whoa, when did you make that? So this is, he must have made this as a way, I must hand it to you. Is that his real name? G something A-N, Grant? Your mind was always resourceful. Do you think the original AI was Scratch? Kinger created Kane and then Scratch took over and became Kane? Because they say they don't remember their names, right? Although Queenie is the password. But maybe that's just a coincidence. I think that's a G, a something, an A, an N, and then a something. So Grant maybe? Or Glands with a Z, I don't know. It seems like whatever this is that's talking to him is not Kane. It seems like something else is going on here and he's battling a different entity. Does that make sense? As the computer syncs, it blue screens. The old blue screen of death, which is not a good thing for any computer, which means there's a critical, massive, incredible error happening right now, which I mean, obviously you can tell from the world collapsing on itself, but like, yeah, that's not good. All right, I'm gonna go against everything I know and love and absolutely go and look up information about what other people think about this going into the finale so I can be like 100% on the page with the community. Damn, that's very, very cool. I'm sure for those of you who want more of this, you should go watch Crendor's reaction to this video. I'm sure he has more to add and I can't wait to see what he thinks about things. God, I love this show. Not too old for it. I might be the exact right age for it. I'm like, oh, I recognize that. I know what that is. You know what I mean? Awesome. Awesome. Well done.